Well, hello there, it is Mr. J, and we are back with part 6 of building the mega yacht. If you can't tell that right there, that's a big Lego boat, at least half of it. Over here on the screen, we have, this would be module 3. That's right, module 3. This is what we're gonna start building. This is basically the beginning of deck 2. So this is at the stern. This module right here sits basically right here over top of that. See where the stairs are here? You can actually see just barely, they line up with right there, and the module just kind of fit in over top. That being said, before we get into the build really quick, we got all the parts laid out for this section. Luckily, this is one of the smaller modules. It's only like, I think 1,300, 1,400 parts, can't remember exactly. Never can remember the numbers exactly. Got more parts over here, of course. And what else? Anything else I need to tell you? I mean, we should probably get right into building. We got a bunch of spare parts if we need them. And yeah, there's the big boat. There's the parts. And of course, over here we have the rest of the bags for the rest of the ship. And we're slowly making our way through it. We're over halfway now. So, I mean, there's nothing else to say. Let's get building.
Yes, this section is now done. Look at it. It's pretty sweet. I'm liking it. This one was relatively straightforward. Also, before I get into this one, I did want to say that the audio sounds a little bit different. It's because I'm trying out a different microphone. I wasn't super happy with the way the audio is sounding in previous videos, including the beginning of this one. So I'm trying a different mic. I'm going to listen to it in editing and then decide if I want to go back to the other microphone later. Anyways, back to this. So let's take a look here. We'll start with the outside. We got this little dining table here with 8 seats. Got a little grill and a sink. These doors, they open up. I do like that they're on the angle. Looks really cool. Got some stairs going up here to what would be deck 3 in the future. Now, what's really cool too about these doorways here is There's even stairs in the interior here, which I really like how they turned out. They look great, in my opinion. Maybe I'm biased, but I think they look good. We got the entertainment salon. They got a little dance floor, some couches. You know, we got a TV on the wall. And this doorway right here, that will eventually lead into the galley. And this doorway here essentially leads into a corridor, which is connected to the dining room. And then there's like some stairs up here, but that's all in the next module. We'll get to that later. What we should do is we probably should take a look at this thing on the actual yacht itself. So I'm gonna bring it over there. And just so you can see, it's very strong, pretty sturdy. Just move it around like that, no issues. So I'm gonna bring it over here and set it on there like this. So as you can see, it just kind of sits in there by the stairs. You can lock these down. There is some studs underneath these corners here that kind of help lock it in, but lock that down. Blends seamlessly with this whole kind of outdoor hot tub area. So I'm pretty happy with that. This section overall was relatively quick and easy to build. I think it's 14 or 1500 parts, give or take. I could be wrong, but this one, no changes needed. Just a couple minor things in instructions. Other than that, very straightforward. Probably the easiest build so far. And I'm pretty confident that the next one, which we're gonna do, like I said, is the galley and dining and the walk-in freezer. I think that one should be relatively easy as well. So let's find out. Let's get building. module 4 is finished, and the good news is, before I get into that, I do have the supervisor here to help me make sure things are good. Hi, Luke. Say hi, bud. No. That's my son Luke compared to the boat, so you can kind of see how big it is. He's been playing with it for a little bit. Anyways, this module turned out very good. Extremely easy to build. Really minor changes in the instructions, that's it. But the build itself went very good. Very happy with it. For features, we got the dining room. Right here we have the galley, and I think the galley turned out great. I love all the detail. And you got the grill, the fridge, this little island with the cutting board. Looks like they're making some food. There's the sink, more storage. Over here we got some ovens. Really happy with how that turned out. And I figured I need to actually start throwing some minifigs in here so you can kind of see the scale. So there's a Han Solo minifig. So as you can see, this is fully minifig scale. Over here we have a doorway and another doorway. These just lead to the outside of the ship. We got a stairwell. This will go up to deck 3. And right here we have their walk-in freezer with lots of storage. And as far as the build quality, man, this thing's actually pretty heavy. Oh, hold on, Han. Yeah, anyways, build quality, nope. Here you go. But yeah, as far as build quality goes, this thing is solid. It's a beast. There's actually, I'm sure you saw in the video, a Technic frame under that kind of holds everything together. And there's these little lift arms across the whole thing that keeps it really strong. So that being said, let's throw it on the ship. What do you think, bud? Yeah, good?
No.
Okay, all right, we're gonna throw this on the ship. Just get that on there like that. All right, so here's this module on the ship. Fits in very nice and snug. This module kind of locks this module in, and then this one will do the same thing on the other side, so they're nice and snug. But yeah, look at it, turned out great. What do you think, Luke?
Good.
Good? Yeah, you approve? Good to know. You got the little Han Solo?
I don't.
Yeah, can I see him for a second?
I don't.
You don't know where he went?
I can't.
Oh, okay. All right, my son had confiscated Han Solo for a minute, so I had posed Admiral Akbar over here. But then my son gave me Han back, so why not look at both of them? So there's Akbar in the salon for scale. Han Solo's dancing on a table. Makes sense, right? That's the module. Actually fitted into the ship. Looks really good. My son approves, right?
Good.
Do you like the boat? What's your favorite part?
This.
Oh, the piece from a set that has nothing to do with the ship. Perfect. Oh yes, Module 5 is finished and dang, look at that, it looks good. Yes, I'm very happy with it. Even better, no changes required whatsoever, same as usual. Instructions needed very minor things, but this one was a very smooth build. Same with the rest of Deck 2 so far. Deck 2 has been a breeze to build for the most part. A lot less difficult than Deck 1. Not that Deck 1 was hard, there was just, you know, more challenging things to figure out in the instructions. All right, let's take a look here. So what do we got? Right here we have a bathroom. Got a little toilet, a sink, and a shower. Entertainment space, we got a sofa and a little table. One thing that does suck about this building though, I'm gonna move this for a second. See that little piece there? There's supposed to be another one of these 2x2 jumper plates, but since it's you know, reddish brown, of course it broke, because you know, the reddish brown can be quite brittle. And I don't have any of those left in that color, so I gotta order another one. Anyways, we got the pool table, some pool cues. These stairs go down to Deck 1. Over here we have another entertainment space. This would basically be the media room. Got a big TV on the wall, some couches, and right here we have the gym. It's small, it's modest, but it does get the job done. We got some weightlifting here. We got a treadmill, got a little yoga mat, some dumbbells, a TV, and of course right here we have storage. Happy with the storage area. Right here, this corridor, it will lead to the VIP cabin. And then this one over here comes from the crew area where the walk-in freezer and the galley is, and these stairs lead down to Deck 1, crew area. And man, it looks great. I mean, look at the sides. Look at the siding there. Turned out awesome. Very sturdy too. Let me just give this thing a shake. You can pick it up. Look at that. Look at that. Very strong, very happy. Very happy with that. All right, so we probably should take a look at it on there, but here's the thing. I'm actually only going to put it on this half on the desk because I want to wait to the end of the video to basically put all of Deck 2 on top of Deck 1 so we can see it all complete versus kind of, you know, one at a time. So we're going to save that as a reveal for the end. In the meantime, I'm going to put this on the desk and I'm going to put that on top of it. Also, holy crap, spare pieces. Let's do that now. All right, we got Deck 1, the bow section now on the desk. I'm going to go grab this beast over here. Pick it up with one hand. It's gonna be a little awkward, but we got her. And I'm gonna bring her over here and just set her in there like that. It's a little hard to do this with one hand. But yeah, look at that. Just fits in there. Nice and snug. Look at how well that fits. Look at how snug it is. Look at the lines, everything lined up perfectly. Like, guys, I cannot believe how well this is going so far. I'm gonna knock on some wood, but this is turning out better than I expected, at least in my opinion. Everything's nice and secure. It fits together nicely. No changes required. This still opens up. Check this out. Like, guys, this is working out fantastic. Like I said, I don't want to jinx it. Gonna knock on wood again because, yeah, I'm super happy with this. And what's great is this is locked in there. You can't move it. There's actually a couple studs in here that it attaches to on the bottom. That kind of locks everything in. You can see all these lining up quite nicely. So again, a Technic axle is going to sit in there and lock everything together. Look at how snug it all is. You can see the hallways. It's pretty cool. It is very cool seeing this thing come together. I mean, it's one thing seeing it digitally, but actually seeing it come to life and working out, I'm very happy with it. So next up, we got to build this section, which is the VIP cabin and essentially the nose of the ship. And is there anything else to say? I don't think so. Should we just get to it? Yeah, I think so. Let's get to it. yes, Module 6 is now complete, and it turned out beautifully. And at the expense of repeating myself yet again, the process of building it was very smooth. Extremely minor changes required in the instructions, so pumped about that. I know you guys have heard this before, yada yada, so let's just get into talking about this module. So I'll give you a little side profile shot here. You can see all the lines and the features. Windows look great. I love the silver railing here that kind of continues along the whole ship. And of course, this module altogether is basically all the VIP cabin. So right here we have a little doorway. This would lead in. Right here we have a sitting room. Got the essentials like a bookshelf, little computer. It's got a couch and a table. Over here we have a bathroom. Here's the sink. Of course, right there we got a big tub. Look at that brick wall. Nice. And of course, right here we have a little spot for dropping the kids off at the pool. A little hard to see with the light there, but there is a toilet in there. And then of course, right here we have the actual bedroom itself. Got a big comfy bed, some dressers on either side, and of course, TV on the wall, because why not, right? And of course, as usual, we do have to do a structural stability test, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this guy right here. Pick it up with one hand. It is pretty light. I think it's about 2,400 to 2,500 parts, give or take. As you can see, I can whip it around, no problem. This one's kind of swishable. I'm an idiot. But yeah, so structural stability is good. And what's cool is now that this module is done, that means that deck 2 is now fully finished. So we can actually take all these modules over here that I have on the floor and combine them all together and see how they all look together, which I'm very excited to see because I haven't actually seen them all together, at least not with that module and that module together on it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move all this crap off the desk. I'll set that blue tablecloth down and we will put this entire ship together, at least what I have of it so far. And what I do have of it so far, I would say is about 66%. So we're probably finished building about 2/3 of it. These bags of parts over here, this is all that's left. That's probably about 12,000, 13,000 parts maybe, give or take. There's not that much left compared to what we started with. This whole area over here was just full of Lego bags, and this is what we're down to. So that's good, we're getting there. This whole process so far has been about a month and a half, maybe a month and 3 weeks. And I would say once we're finished, we're probably gonna be pushing 2.5 months, maybe 2 months and 1 week, we'll see. But that's probably enough babbling. Let's go ahead and put this thing together and see how it looks. All right, I've put everything together and here it is. I'm just kidding, that's a smaller yacht that I've built. Here is the actual ship so far. Oh man, she looks good, look at it. You know what, just get this thing out of the way, get out of there, move out of there. Let's take a look at this thing. Give you a walk around here. I don't know if you guys can tell on screen, but this thing looks so cool in real life. I mean, I know I'm biased because I designed it, but it's very awesome seeing this thing come to life. Here's a close-up shot of all of Deck 2. So again, entertainment salon, dining and galley, walk-in freezer, stairwell, more stairwell, entertainment, gym, storage, VIP cabin. The main thing I'm happy about too is from afar, it doesn't look like it actually splits into modules. It looks like one solid unit, which is what I was going for. So this is turning out great, guys. I know I keep saying it, but I'm just very happy with things. Again, this still opens up. Gonna give you guys another walk around here from this angle. Try to keep the shot steady. Look at that nose. It's almost as big as my nose. All right, I actually am gonna put this guy back up here, just to give you guys a kind of an essence of the scale of this thing. And I thought we might actually have a little bit of fun with this because someone in my previous video asked me to compare this thing to a loaf of bread. So I'm gonna go grab a loaf of bread and I thought we would do a couple things. We'll grab a bunch of different stuff and we'll do some size comparisons for you. So let me set up the tripod. All right, I got the tripod set up, and as mentioned before, for scaling, that's the smallest yacht that I've designed. So I'm just gonna kind of compare it to a couple of my other yachts. So let's take a look at the next size up. All right, here's the second yacht I designed. It's a little bit bigger than the last one. Many people have told me this looks like a Russian millionaire's yacht, so we're gonna call it the Russian yacht. Let's move on to the next one. And here it is with my Explorer's yacht. This one is minifig scale. It has an interior and all that, so this is actually a really good comparison because you can see two minifig scale yachts side by side and you can really see the size difference. And since we were talking about Russian millionaires, why not look at another Russian ship? This is a Typhoon class submarine that I designed. That one's about 2,800 parts. It is not minifig scale. It'll be way bigger if it was, but thought I'd throw that in there. Why not? I also thought it made sense to throw a legit Lego set in here. So here's the Ornithopter set from the Dune movies. Great set, by the way. I love this set. Fantastic build. And of course, as promised, a loaf of bread. I don't have a full loaf of bread. We ate half of it, so there's actually half a loaf of bread. And why not show a bunch of other silly things for no reason? Let's do it. Like a banana, a light bulb, a strategy board game box, a mini Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, a kid's toolkit. Okay, let's be real, it's mine. A giant sombrero, a dumbbell that I never use, a mid-range computer, and of course, a VHS tape of the movie Tremors. All right, that's enough with the shenanigans. I know that was a little ridiculous, but that being said, if you guys do have some more silly things, some wacky things you want me to compare this beast to, let me know. Throw it in the comments. I will try to accommodate it if I can. And of course, some people have been asking for me to put this beside the Titanic, and I absolutely will. I do have the Titanic set, but I just want to wait until it's fully built and completed. And once that's done, I will also place it beside the Titanic so we can see those side by side for a comparison. So let's talk about what's up next in the following video. That's going to be all of deck 3 essentially, and what that'll cover is there's going to be some more cabins here. There's going to be the captain's quarters, there's a little entertainment space and a day head. Right here's going to be a server room and then the bridge, and of course we're going to finish that off with the helipad. So that's all going to be the next video, which will be video 7, I believe. And of course, that pretty much sums up everything for this video. So before I let you go, again, as usual, I just want to say thank you so much for all the support and checking out this content. I really do appreciate it. The comments, the interactions, they've all been great, and it really fuels me to keep going. So thank you for all that. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you're liking the boat so far. We are getting there. We're almost done. And with all that said, I'm Mr. J, and you have a nice day. Peace!